knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins. Aiming so high but swinging so low, trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Hold it inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know today's gonna be the day you notice. Cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumbered 10 to 1. Back then should've bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun, you're already on that list. Say you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Today's gonna be the day you notice. Cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blue Otter League Gold. It is I, Control Delete or Storm, joined tonight by Chong. That Fury cannot join us, sadly, due to the weather. And we're here with BOL Gold action. We have the Jolly Rogers Black Pearl versus TD this evening. We've already started picks and bans, and TD so far going for more some mage-orientated bands with the Oriana and Seraphine gone, whereas the Swashbucklers kind of going with some eclectic bands with Lulu and Galio so far being taken off the board.
Yeah, I mean, the bans are definitely a little bit out there with Lulu and Galio being taken off the board. Not something I really expect to see taken out in a gold league. And we're just super mage focused here on the side of TD, picking up another ban with a Syndra. So looking to focus down the mid laner of Swashbucklers here. I mean, Seraphine can be a flex pick right now, either as support mid or AD, very strong in all three roles. And then Ezreal picking up the third ban here with an Amumu first pick. Thoughts on a blind Amumu first pick right now?
I mean, it is technically a flex, right? You can run it support as well as jungle, so I'm not that against it. Mumu's just really solid. He offers great team fighting, some initiation options. He has a decent clear as a tank jungler. I think it's a fairly decent pick.
Yeah, I especially think.
We'll see Caitlyn in response taken for the Swashbucklers, trying to get some early lane pros going down in the bot lane for themselves. And I wonder what they paired up with. If they're going to go with, kind of the classic Morgana pairing or something similar to that. Lux, the option, binding into trap into headshot combo, always disgusting. We'll see what TD goes with. What do you think we see here? With Ezreal kind of taken off the table, that's one of the mobile ADCs. What do you think that TD is going to grab here, Chong?
I mean, there's two answers into a Galen lane. You either go with something and just game. You either go something safe that can scale up, or you go matching aggression for aggression, and you pick like a Draven or something. And it seems they're going to go with the safer lane option, picking an Ashe. I mean, a lot of CC already coming out for the side of TD with a Mumu Ashe, just being able to ult combo chain into anyone that they see on the map, force an AD carry to take cleanse. And Caitlyn is one of those AD carries that doesn't really want to take cleanse all that often. She does outrange almost everyone in the game. So you do want to take a more offensive combat summoner. So forcing her to take cleanse definitely lowers the lane power that a Kate Lux has. It just depends on the pairing, and Blitzcrank is a common pick into Lux. You just survive the lane, hook her out whenever they try to go for an all-in, and hope to burst them down first. It just depends on if TD can survive the threat that is a Caitlyn Lux lane, one of the strongest lane pairings in the game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if maybe the Swashbucklers will be able to play for plates and, get the dream Caitlyn 10 plate game or whatever. But yeah, Blitzcrank, really good into all these squishy members, just gives you that, win button almost kind of instantly, being able to start a team fight with a great pick. And we're going to see the Swashbucklers take their jungler here, matching the Amumu, taking Lilia. Some more AoE team fighting options for both teams. We'll transition to the second phase of bans.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting seeing the pryos out of both teams, considering we're on a brand new patch today, seeing what people prio and everything like that. As a former jungle main, I do not like the Lilia into a Mumu matchup, considering he has double bandage toss now. It's very easy for him to just get on top of you and stick on top of you, making it impossible for Lilia to do what she wants. A lot of people, if they plan on playing Lilia, will ban the Mumu or, hopefully not get it themselves. So picking it in game one when a moon was already open is definitely interesting. I feel like it's something that Swashbucklers could have saved for later. But if there's a plan draft they have and they've played this matchup before and they feel confident on it, it makes sense. I always say confidence over team comps can always beat something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And gold is not fearless, as we all know down here, so you can pick whatever you want and don't have to worry about it in between games. We see the Swashbucklers banning in phase 2 Vigar, going with kind of a mage, and then the Darius against TD. Curious on the Darius ban, and then we see Volibear as well. A lot of top laners getting taken out in phase 2. And I'm assuming we're going to see a mid lane blind pick and the top counter pick. From what I understand, both of these teams rely on their top laner to kind of be their carries. A lot of fighters up in here for both. Mordekaiser is open and taken. What do you think the answer is going to be with the Olaf and stuff already getting banned out?
Play it. The answer is just picking Gwen in the top lane here. It depends on if TD's top lane plays it. It's one of the things that Mordekaiser doesn't like to face. Renekton is it's a decent answer. You can break the Mordekaiser W, his shield, with your own W. So it really is it counters in that way, but Renekton doesn't really do well into Mordekaiser because of the range. Mordekaiser passive just straight up beats Renekton. Gwen is the biggest counter into Mordekaiser, so I was more expecting that. I'm curious if TD's top laner here is going to be able to make the Renekton pick work, but I'm curious what Swashbucklers decide to draft, considering how much AP damage they already have here. 80 mid options, we've seen Tristana start to make a resurgence, stuff like that. And we see a world's loved pick right now with the Vex. Hopefully TD's mid laner does not have a quid performance on this Vex this game.
Yeah, that was rough to see this morning. I mean, the Yone is kind of open, which is kind of the classic kind of I need an AD mid pick. The Tristana, as you had mentioned earlier. Smolder, if they're looking for some more scaling options. There's lots of things here available. And nope, they're not going to go with AP, deciding to take Annie.
All right, we're just all in on the AP bucket. Amumu's gonna love his life into 4 AP champs and gonna hate his life when he gets one auto attack from Caitlyn and loses health. So I guess the name of the game for TD comes pull up Caitlyn and have your tanks survive because it's all one damage type.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see kind of how this game is going to play out. That both of these teams have really clear strengths in some ways. Like the Swashbucklers pick potential with Kate Lux Annie is absolutely disgusting, right? Like if you get hit by 1 CC, you're just going to get chained to death. But TD has a lot of pick potential themselves. And Mumu, Ashe, Blitz all have really hardcore stuns, and the Renekton can help set it up. Vex as well with the fear and everything. That both of these teams have a lot of strengths. I think everyone trying to get to objectives first is going to be a huge deal this game. I'm almost certain that Grubs are going to be more heavily contested than Dragons this game. Both teams have someone that kind of want to sit in the side lane with Renekton and Mord split pushing. Caitlyn, of course, wants Grubs really badly, and I feel like TD wants to just try and deny that. Which draft do you prefer to heading into game, Chong? Are you on TD or Swashbuckler?
I think I would be on the side of TD. Straight up team fight. It's a lot easier to execute on the side of TD. Because Swashbuckler does have a lot of pick with Luck Binding into an anti-stun, Lily Sleep. Has
Yeah,
almost the same amount of pick potential. You have Blitzcrank Pull, Amumu, Renekton and Vex been out side lane versus Mordekaiser Annie in the later game, I believe. So maybe some shadow plays out of Toxin can come out here and make a pick in the side lane. It's definitely interesting. Both drafts, they both have their strengths. I would prefer the TD side of this matchup.
yeah, I'm just trying to think how, kind of the laning is going to play out, because I'm pretty sure down in gold that's early game is incredibly important, but teams do have trouble, closing games out. So TD does have that always has that advantage of Blitzcrank hooks, making it so simple to finish a game out. I'm kind of leaning towards the Swashbucklers, actually. That even though I think TD has a much, much stronger team fight, as you alluded to, I feel like the Swashbucklers should be able to just make picks happen before like full 5v5s happen most of the time and get, uneven fights that they should be able to win. And that's how I hope they are able to play this out and kind of go for it. Both of these teams are undefeated, as I had mentioned earlier tonight, so we're going to see who's kind of standing atop BOL Gold at the end of this evening, and I hope that we all have a good one. Do you have any closing thoughts before we head to a break before the game starts, John?
I mean, nothing really. Like you said, it just comes down to who can get enough pressure in the early laning phases to control objectives, and I think that's really going to determine who has momentum in this game one.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes here if we want to just send it to a quick break, and we'll see you all soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BOL Gold. As you can see, our game is just starting. Thanks for sticking around after that break. I'm going to throw it over to Chong, who is doing our play-by-play this evening. Everybody say hi.
Yeah, so we see already we have 5 going top for the side of TD here, looking to catch out the Mordekaiser, and he's walking forward, and no instant flash out of the Blitzcrank, so it just gets free vision of where they are, and if, the side of Jolly Rogers wants, they can walk in bot and get vision on where this Mumu plans on starting. Of not flashing there could end up costing TD early momentum in this game just because they don't burn anything on the top side and they just waste about a minute to see that Lily's going to start under her Raptors, where most of the time that's where Lily's going to end up starting in the early game right now, which is how fast she clears.
Yeah, they made that change now that wards don't give you extra, XP anymore, right? So that doesn't matter for the level 2 spikes, I think.
Yeah, please don't remind me as a support main. Good luck at first and second dragon. I'm not going to be level 6 anymore. Yeah, like you said, with the new patch and everything, a few things that changed. Wards no longer give XP. Zombie wards and blue trinkets no longer give XP. I believe zombie wards no longer give gold. Biscuits no longer give back mana, just permanent HP. And welcome back the return of lethal tempo.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see that Ashe has taken it this game, and whereas Caitlyn opted to stick with Fleet, which has been heavily nerfed, and I'm kind of interested to see that on her.
I mean, Caitlyn should never go lethal tempo. Caitlyn is, besides Jhin, the worst attack speed scaling 80 carry in the game. She's about 1 auto attack and not multiple, so the fleet makes sense staying on the Caitlyn, and lethal tempo makes sense on Ashe. I've been seeing it a lot in I say a lot, my 2 solo queue games, I've seen it both times, and it just seems 80 carries are happy to have that root choice back in their wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm happy to say that I have not seen it top lane yet. This game's fairly slow start, both sides just kind of pushing in where they're strong early. Both junglers full clearing towards their top side of the map, where they will hopefully meet up for a scuttle fight.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens with if they choose to collide or not, because this top lane is getting pushed in really hard by Complex here, which means that Hardstuck, the Lilia, could look for a gank, but an early ward is gonna make that not possible. He'll see the Lilia if she chooses to come that way and be able to back up. But this is what Renekton does in the early game. He's just such a strong early game bully that it really doesn't matter the matchup. It's late game that this Mordekaiser is going to become a problem and possibly just become a raid boss that we see many times with Mordekaisers. And then just looking down at the bot lane, even on CS is not what you want to see out of a Caitlyn Lux lane. You want to be pushing that wave in all the time and getting the advantage in CS just with the 2v2 power that they have. But we do see the junglers meet up here. Toxin already on top of the Lilia. The double bandage toss like I was alluding to earlier, and he's going to have to flash away. The flash in by Toxin following it up, looking for it. The slice misses after the flash from Renekton, and we just see the Lilia prancing away and getting out of this one after 2 splashes and a third out of Hoodie Man. And the first blood goes to Hoodie Man, but now Ghost on top of Toxin, going to trade 1 for 1 on that one. Oh my gosh, chaos in this early game already. 4 flashes being burned in 4 minutes. This is going to be spicy. This is what we expect out of Gold League.
Yeah, it's always fun to see. Lots of aggression early. Cake's able to retain their summoners. Both top laners have TP if they choose to back and reset. It looks like they're just going to go straight back to lane and start brawling.
Yeah, the biggest thing to see here is that Cake has no mana and chose to go Ignite instead of TP in this matchup, meaning they have to have Hardstuck come here and help them push this wave if they want to reset without losing anything. But Hoodie Man, with that TP, can just waste all his mana right here, crash the wave, and get a good reset off for him after using that first blood gold. And we see a ping come out from Toxin looking at this bot lane. Jungler's going to meet up again. Raven going in. Astrid knocked up. And top of Toxin hits it. Barrier flash, and it does not matter. Astrid's down. Raven picks the kill. Hardstuck on the follow-up. It looks like they're going to cheat. Chasing here on the 2v2, but getting kited out is going to be this Lilia getting close, going down. The passive block popped for Blitzcrank, keeping him alive. But Lux going for the 2v2, flashes in. gets another trade kill back onto the 80 carry and is looking for more onto the enemy support, picks up a double kill. We are at 7 kills in 5 minutes, and I am not going to be able to breathe after this game, it seems like.
Yeah, so Portal Combat going the way. Top lane trades back and forth. Cake on this not being able to reset, forced to burn their flash as well.
Yeah, thank you for saving me on that one because I would have been winded. This game is just pedals to the metal from the start. These are the two top teams in gold, and they are just going to put the gas onto each other this game, it seems like. And you know, I can't even tell you who really won out on the exchange in all of this in the last 5 minutes. The gold is only 200 up for the side of Swashbucklers, so it's anyone's game still at this point.
Yeah, and we see the first objectives of the game have spawned. Both junglers back to full clearing. Amumu, I think, is heading towards this Scuttle Crab, then to start maybe this set of Void Mites. Nope, just going to go straight towards it. Has push in all of his lanes to help support him.
Yeah, I'm worried we're gonna have more fighting, but we see the Amumu rush. Looks like he's going to be rushing a Liandry's Torment. What are your thoughts on Amumu's rushing this item over something more tanky, Storm?
I'm personally kind of a fan of it, as you just kind of transition to the full tank after this, and the Faded Ashes just speeds up your clear speed so much. The Bombies nerf, from what I can tell, was absolutely massive, and I'm not sure if that item is currently worth building. So, and I think you need something to help your kind of clear out, so I'm supportive of the Faded Ashes build.
Yeah, I mean, I have not read the bombing nerfs, but you know, you are the top laner expert here, so I will trust you on that one. I just know that in this matchup in particular, Mordekaiser does like to get some anti-heal early, but he chose to rush the plated steel caps in this matchup, meaning these Amumu bandage tosses, Curse of the Sad Mummies, Ashen Ship, Crystal Arrows are going to last on him longer than before, and oh my gosh, the Cleanse time to be burned. Kitticus just surviving by the skin of his teeth there. You know, that's just the power of the Caitlyn Lux bot lane. Just one CC combo has all of your health gone. You have the burn summoners, or you just gotta trade your life.
Yep, they're going to be able to take this early bot lane pressure, it looks like, get this dragon, trading objectives as Amumu's been sitting top lane. Again, just the kind of top lane thing, the into Renekton is most people rush kind of the Ninja Tabbies.
We're going in here onto Cake with the roam from Raven, and it's just gonna be a kill, but it's picked up by the support. The Ignite passive ticket gets it, and Hoodie Man feeling a little angry about that one, and we're seeing the Death Realm come out of here from Nazghost and I forget the name of the Renekton ult, but they're going at it 1v1, and it's slowly taking the passive. Mordekaiser just gets the kill onto Complex there. Like I said, there's just combat everywhere. 8 minutes in, 9 kills, objective trades left and right. I think no plates have been taken this game, so this game is just crazy at this point in the game.
Yeah, everything's wild. Renekton even waited to pop the Dominus till after he was sent into the Realm of Death and still lost kind of that early armor really shining through, showing you that the power of the steel caps for the isolated 1v1. You see, Caitlyn is going towards lethality early on. I wonder if that's Collector or...
Oh my gosh. Caitlyn Astrid is gonna go down here, but Toxin turning his focus onto Dolo because he knows his bot lane is gonna pick up the kill on Astrid. Dolo is getting CC'd up by Toxin. The Curse of the Sad Mummy comes out of here, and Kitticus picks up a double kill. And hopefully, possibly, we do see the first plate of the game going to be taken here for Kitticus on this Ashe 3-1, up 12 CS. This is not what you want to be seeing out of the bot lane of a Caitlyn Lux. You do not want to see them getting behind like this. For Hardstuck Brother going in on Complex. He slices, he dices, he's out of there. See you next week.
Yep. Hopefully with, you know, this sight line of seeing a Mumu bot lane, we're able to get something with Hardstuck Brother and go maybe towards this blue buff, but instead they're just gonna take some time and grab their top farm going over to their Krug.
Yeah, Hardstuck Brother could have been pushing it, but we see another 80 carry 1v1 Astrid trading on the Kitticus. The bullet time, or Ace in the Hole bullet time. Ace of the Hole coming out. Get a Kitticus low. Also the Lux ultimate coming out. And, you know, he's just going to live. No flash to be burned, no cleanse, so he's just going to get out with his life and reset and look to collect a wave under turret, maybe lose a few CS. But on the side of Hardstuck, brother, like you were saying, not invading onto the Amumu's topside camps after they saw him bot is kind of a misstep. You should be looking to invade at those opportunities as, especially a hard farming jungler like Lilia. Just look to invade at those moments and start to build your advantage that way if your ganks are not working out so far.
Yep. And we see both AD carries kind of grabbing a plate, resetting. With all these kills, Ashe has completed her first item going for the Kraken Slayer. Again, I'm not sure with all the new patch notes. We see also other people have grabbed their first items here, and the Grubs fight has started.
Yeah, and it's a 4v1 right now. Toxin is the only one on here for the side of TD, but he goes right into Dolo. He has to get the flash out of Dolo because he would have been pulled in by the Blitzcrank right there. And it just seems it's going to be a 3-3 trade on the Grubs here. 4 people responding on the side of Jolly Rogers. And they also brought the Kaylin up, so Ashe is calling for nothing because there seems to be no play happening afterwards otherwise.
Yeah, grabbing some plates down there in the bot lane. Oh, we see Mumu going in. And he is taken down. But anyway. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, like I was...
I think we're having a little bit of issues with your mic there, Chong. Not able to hear you, so I will take over for a couple of seconds here. We see that Jolly Rogers is able to start pushing in, trying to get some of these lane advantages. Keeping Caitlyn mid lane here. They're going on a flank play bot lane towards this Ashe. I wonder if anything is going to come with it, or if they're just going to be able to grab the wave. Looks like Renekton getting pushed in. Mordekaiser currently has quite the lead over them, and they're working towards that Riley's Crystal Scepter just so that they can stay on top of this Renekton and anyone else and just keep pummeling them.
Alright, am I back?
There we go, yeah.
Alright, and as I come back, we see a play happening mid lane. Cake having to flash away, but the hook back in by Blitzcrank. The CC chain is there, and he gets the stun off on the Hoodie Man, so Raven has to pick up the kill, but no, the Q from Vex picks it up on there. Another kill on the board for Hoodie Man. And Cake tried their best to get out of that one, but the hook was true and got the kill in the end there. And it seems that TD is going to be able to get the early setup here on this second pick of the game.
Yep. See Lilia is clearing, but ooh, that was so close.
Oh,
We get the doubles.
He's close. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Does Toxin get out? We see Raven going back in, chasing down Heartstuck. Candy Kiss on the backside. Double flash out of the side of Jolly Rogers. They're going to have to set up their turret, and it's just going to be a free dragon here. Toxin getting out by the skin of his teeth there, but comes up big for him. Lets them get the second dragon of the game and start to build on this golden man. It's about 1k up now.
Yeah, and this is a huge worry on the side of Jolly Rogers. You are the ones that are picking much more of a mid-game centric team that's looking to scale and, you know, get accelerated. They are behind almost right now, right? No, you really wanted that Infernal Drake. And again, this Mountain Drake spawning in, which is kind of the perfect dragon if you are the side of TD to try and slow this game down, as you will be able to outscale eventually.
Yeah, for the side of Jolly Rogers, they're really going to have to hope that this... Oh, wait, we see the play coming bottom lane, the cleanse out of the Kittikis, but we get the root onto Blitzcrank, and he's going to go down to Astrid, picking up their second kill of the game. Oh, and we see Nas taking in the Death Realm, the Dominus popped by Renekton, the top lane is going at it once again. Renekton, like I said, can't get away once that pass is popped, but Toxin's here to save the day. The flash in, hits the bandage toss, a second bandage toss, Complex coming back in, Nazgos having to flash away, and I think if Toxin isn't there, Complex goes down. 2 flashes for 1, both ultimate top on the top laners. So Nas is going to look to push that advantage next time he has the chance and hope Toxin isn't in the area.
Yeah, we've just been able to see Nas in these Death Realms and just in general has been hitting these isolated Qs that they just hurt so bad.
Oh my gosh, he just gets deleted. One light binding into an anti-CC chain combo. Toxic was there for the counter gank, and I think if he does hit the bandage toss onto Cake, that's actually a much different play. Oh, but Nox is going back in onto Complex. The pass is popped, the Rylai's ticking down. Complex isn't going to be able to run away. This is what I was talking about in the early game. Once you get that Rylai's, Mordekaiser is you just can't get away from that champ once he has a Rylai's.
Yeah, especially that was close.
Dolo almost stole that from Toxin. He burned the ultimate for it too. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing Lux. That ultimate is about a 10-second cooldown, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, currently 50 seconds at rank 1, but you know, we'll get down to that 15-second mark as the Malignance, I'm sure, is coming through. That's what I think they are building towards on Lux support
Lux
here.
supports a lot lately is go the same item. I forget the name of the item that Vex has, but the basically Luden's Echo into Storm Surger with the recent Storm Surger buffs, and you just
Okay.
burst people out of nowhere.
Mhm.
It's what most AP burst mages have been going. Since we've been going a lot at Worlds, we've been seeing Vex has been going it. It's just a very strong item pairing at the current moment.
Okay, cool to see. Caitlyn Collector has a pickaxe in inventory. I'm guessing they're going for the IE for the 2-item power spike, going the crit style, which I believe was really heavily nerfed this patch.
Yeah, I have not read any 80 carry notes. I just know Lethal Tempo's back, so I'm like, it's gonna be like Hogmaw Jinx, Varus meta again. And we see a hook out of Reven here, solo onto Dolo, but they're alone. They're gonna get caught out here. They have to burn a flash. Cake is on top of him. They're sprinting away, but the rest of his team is here, and Cake's gonna be in trouble here with no flash. Toxic gets in a curse of the sad mummy. Hard Stuck Brothers going down too, and Complex on the backside, but we see Nas trying to make a pincer play here, is looking to get on anybody, but those slows out of the ass makes it difficult, so he has to pull in Complex. He's going to be in a 1v4 when he gets out of this. I don't know if he's going to make it out of here, because he's losing to Complex right now with the slice of dice, but never mind, I speak too soon. He is a raid boss. He almost gets all 4 of them by himself here. Asher's going to have to look to outplay this. He gets the kill onto Kadakis, and Hoodie Man having to run for his life. He hits a long-range Q, but I don't know he has the ultimate, so it looks like Astrid's going to get out of this one unless they go back in. Oh my gosh, they could have died there if that E went off, but Dolo helping his 80 carry live and pick up the kill there. If Nas Ghost does not come there, that fight looks so bad for Jolly Rogers. The raid boss Mordekaiser saving his team.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that he almost 1v4'd at that point, and he's like 1.5 items. That this Mordekaiser is going to be such a huge problem. Stealing those Renekton stats, just getting absolutely so massive and tanky that as this game progresses, it's going to be harder and harder. That if they don't succumb to this initial burst, putting someone in the death realm just means they're going to win the rest of the fight afterwards with some of those stats.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like like I was saying, I thought he was gonna die, and I spoke too soon. I watched him hit 1Q onto the Renekton. All his health came back, and he was just almost 1v4. Just a little bit too much CC to let him get through there. But I think, you know, once he builds Leandries, he builds a Rift Maker, he's just gonna be unkillable into that team. And okay, I thought Reven stole that, but he's gonna have to try to sprint away now. Hoodie Man's on top of him. Nas Ghost is here. Good night, Blitzcrank, because the rest of the team is on top of you. He's gonna go down for trying to steal that scuttle away from Hook, brother.
Yeah, and this should hopefully be the setup that they need to take this dragon. You really need it. You have dragged your Mordekaiser down, and Renekton's able to get this free push top lane, getting some CS, getting himself back into the game, equalizing the levels between them.
Oh, we see Naz take a recall here, so if Toxin wanted to, he could try to steal this, but they looks like the side of TD is just going to give this one up. Say, team, it's okay. We are fine giving up a second dragon. We just look for a team fight later in the game. Nas goes back up to this top lane to catch it as the rest of Jolly Rogers takes down this mountain dragon.
Yeah, we see the classic spectator bug of a dragon has died, so our client must freeze.
Yeah, I wish Riot Games cared about custom games, because then we could also watch VODs back, but they don't do that, so you have to do the craziest workaround I ever read in my life to be able to watch custom VODs. We just
Hopefully.
wait. Welcome to the pause, client.
Yeah.
So we could just take a minute and just like look at item breakpoints here and stuff like that. We see Lilia is on her Leandries. Did choose to go for a Dark Seal, which is a risky buy, especially if you like do not buy it early or if you buy it early and it falls off. So they're at 1 stack right now. I'm not the biggest fan of this if you're not like hard ahead as a former Lilia player. Any other items sticking out to you right here in this side storm?
I think it's interesting to see that there's been only 3 Mercury treads on the side for TD, whereas there's only the one on the side for Jolly Rogers. That I thought we would see a lot more of them. I guess Annie decided that they needed them. They're just going full burst as that you had said, and Caitlyn has yet to finish her boots, and I guess she will probably be going for the attack speed option, as most AD carries opt into berserkers.
I think it'd be big brain if Kalen did go for treads this game though. So you don't really need the
Mhm.
attack speed that much as a Kalen. You're just looking, like I said, for one shot. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to kill. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, as the GOAT Eminem once said. So
True.
I do not think you need this game, but I don't like the Eclipse all that much on the side of Complex into Mordekaiser. I mean, it's good for like killing the backline, which is I guess is going to be their goal this game, but in the lane, it's just impossible for them to do anything into this Mordekaiser.
Yeah, I'm. Both of them have built kind of towards their lane, right? Rylai's on Mordekaiser. It's very much a lane item. Maybe if we try resetting back by 15 seconds or something, maybe the game will start going again.
Possibly. Who knows? Riot has too many fixed rounds for their buggy client. Okay. Okay.
Right. So we'll see this dragon fight.
We're gonna see this 1v1. We're gonna see Toxic Clear Ward again, and then go back to his Krugs.
Yep.
Now goes up top, picks up a top wave. Okay. So let's see what happens with the Dragon Falls this time. Does the game decide to play out, or will we have another crazy crash? Who's to say? Another crazy crash.
All right.
Alright.
Feel like maybe we should. Yeah, you might just have to restart spectate again or something. Oh yeah, we'll go to a different part.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Nope.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, technical bugs, we will attempt to fix it, and then we'll be right back in a few moments. Stick with us.
knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins. Aiming so high but swinging so low, trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Hold it inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know. Today's gonna be the day you notice, 'cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd, fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumber 10 to 1. Back then should have bit your tongue, 'cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun, you're already on that list. Say you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd, fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Today's gonna be the day you notice.
And welcome back. After a long technical pause, we are finally back with the rest of the Game 1 action after this Dragon Take at 1930. So, let's hope that Riot does not break the client again, and we get to finish watching this game and see who comes out victorious on this side. Last we left off, we have PD on the blue side, and Jolly Roger's on the red side, who's currently up about 1k gold now with a 4-kill lead down a turret. Any thoughts from where we left off, Storm?
Yeah, it's kind of looking like Nosghost is going to be the kind of... Yeah, Nosghost on Mordekaiser is kind of the hero of this game right now, and we are trying to make sure that they are able to carry, whereas on the other side, they have the team fight necessary on TD's side to kind of win this game. We see that, you know, we're just sieging up mid lane, getting ready to start these fights.
Oh, going in for some burst damage on the Hoodie Man and almost takes him out. But the response, the Hardstuck brother flashes into that plane, just dies for it, and Astra's kiting out with no flash while Dolo's on the backside trying to 1v1 the Renekton, but Kinnikis picks up a double kill for free. What just happened in the mid lane there? Kate gets flashed out of the turret, going for Hoodie Man, takes a tower shot, and gets to live off that one. He just has instant chaos right off of the back after this spawn pause. And like I said, I'm going to be out of breath as they look to dive for Astrid, but Astrid's just going to, you know, trap away and be good to go.
Yep, when we see Mordekaiser burned Flash recently in a play and doesn't have ults, they were not able to join that fight, but they have finished their Liandries. That kind of 2 item spikes seem to have come through on just about everyone over on the side of Jolly Roger. Yep, Caitlyn even grabbing her Infinity Edge, which is now 3,600 gold. Rip 80 carry mains.
Yeah, I mean, not rip 80 carry mains, because they're going to complain about the item cost, and it's going to go back to 3,100, and everyone's going to build a first item, because that's how 80 carry mains work. But, yeah, it just seems like, once again, just chaos on all the sides of the map. Nas just a raid boss in the top lane, and Cake silently becoming a monster in the side lanes, just solo killing Hoodie Man again.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to just... If you land the abilities on Annie, they do so much damage, right? That Tabor hurts, so does everything else with the follow-up, that they're able to get this burst down. We see triple Liandries on the side of Jolly Roger, which is definitely interesting. I'm pretty sure that item does not stack.
It does not, but anyone who hits a Mumu is going to start to burn him.
That's true.
I mean, look, I think we do know Annie is a very strong champion. There is somebody who named themselves Anniebot for a reason, and that is all he plays. And we just see a big chunk come out of Icarus there, quarter of his health gone from the ace in the hole out of Caitlyn. And Nosghost hiding, waiting for Toxin to bandage toss in, instantly on top of him, puts him in the realm of death. Toxin going to try to fight for as long as he can, but he's not going to be able to get away from Nosghost here unless he can hit the Gromp, but he doesn't. And Nosghost gets turned on and actually gets blown up by the side of TD. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, Toxin really played that well, waiting kind of for them to get out of the realm of death before blowing all their CC and being able to bring over Hoodie Man to bring out the burst as well. You know, Nas could have got that if they had waited a little bit to get that first isolated Q down. I think they would have been able to fight that, but whatever.
Yeah, definitely a choice there to go for what should have been a guaranteed one for up.
Alright, and we're just going to see some more farming in the mid lane. Blitzcrank fishing for hooks. Cake is on the flank. Maybe they will be able to land a flash ult, but not much. Just everyone picking up some lanes, getting their assignments done, trying to make sure that they're keeping their farm up as this game progresses, as the chaos has just been everywhere. I mean, we are at 31 kills in a 24-minute game. The pace is just breakneck at this point.
Okay, let's hope I don't live again this time and this doesn't happen again. But yeah, like you said, just a crazy breakneck pace at this game. It's kind of what we expect out of Gold, what we love out of Gold, as Riven looks to go in, gets slowed up by Dolo, gets rooted by Dolo, and Cake is here, stuns him up, Ace in the hole, the ultimate from Lux, and Cake picks up the kill with Tibbers, the prom king and queen pick up the kill.
Yeah, and this is what we need to see out of Jolly Rogers, that they need these picks and then starting fights on their terms, being unequal ground.
Oh,
We
and
see 'em-
Toxin's gonna get picked out here. We see a TP on the backside, but instantly blown up is Dolo, and looking to go in is Complex, but he misses the slice over the wall. Astrid still getting on top of going down. It looks like it's gonna try to kite out. Kid Icarus flashes away, but Nas shows up, and Cake has 2 kills, and into the death realm goes Complex. Gonna try to live for as long as possible, but with that dominance being down, Nazgo's gonna eat him for breakfast. He slices, he dices away, but he's burning, and goes down to victory from Cake 22.
Yeah, and with that, they are going to start up this dragon. You know, there is Toxin respawning in 8 seconds, so there is a chance that this is going to be a fight, and they're just leashing it for them, but they're confident that they can burn it.
And they're pulling off of it now, but they go back in on it. Okay, I think they were worried about a Blitzcrank Hook stealing that one away from them.
Yeah, I guess so. And Toxin decides that he is not going to contest them for it. There are some pings on the Baron. Do we see the classic Baron throw? Or is this genius?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we have a Dig Baron. Maybe we have a DRX versus T1 at Worlds Baron of 2022. Who knows what kind of Baron we're going to have this game, as Toxin is still on the strong, but the rest of Jolly Rogers is coming up slowly. Toxin taking a lot of damage because he's the only one doing anything to it, and he's going to have to back off and look to live another day. And the turret going down for free, I believe that was in the... I don't know where that turret went down. Mid lane, I think it went down?
I'm not sure either, actually, but, you know, no local goat anyway to around for people to grab it. We saw the minions taking care of it, doing their jobs. And, you know, side lanes are here. There is a mismatch right now that Nas is down in the bot lane against Hoodie Man, whereas Complex is top lane right now against Cake.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nas can win against Hoodie Man. I've seen him get bursted down a few times by him in the jungle, but in a lane, Nas might just be able to run him down, but with no Realm of Death up yet, it might be a little bit before we see Nas go to look for something like that.
Yep. See some defensive wards towards the Krugs in case we see a Moo kind of go over like we just have.
Alright, Nas is not going to look to 1v1 the Mumu in the Death Realm this time. He learned his lesson from the last time. Just going to steal away those tiny Krugs with the E, and he's just going to make Toxin recall as he waits to catch this wave that Hoodie Man is pushed back out into him. But staying this far pushed up is risky. You know Toxin was just in the area. He could have stayed, but we see immediate pings onto the Baron from the side of TD as Jolly Rogers looks to position in that area as Hoodie Man starts to rotate up as Complex is there to answer, but with no TPs on the top laners, this would be a 4v4 unless Nas sprints his way up there right now.
Yeah, and we see that Jolly Rogers was able to go in and clear out all the vision, that the Scuttle Crab's down. So Ash was forced to burn Hawkshot, and now they just have to see if they're able to make their way back in or if they're able to land this pick.
Reven gets hooked, gets the hook on Dolo. Dolo flashes, but immediately Toxin is on top of him, and he's going to go down. And another bandage toss right onto Astrid. Astrid tries to flash, doesn't get away, goes down, and we see Nas flash into Death Realm Complex as the rest of Jolly Rogers has to run away, but Nas, it's the Death Realm, it's the Dominus. Which one is more dominant? And it looks like it's the Death Realm, because Complex is going to have to flash away from the Mordekaiser here. And it looks like the Baron is just going to go to the side of TD after a great engage out of Reven and Toxin. But I spoke too soon. Hardstuck Brother is here. Cake 22 on the backside. A 2-man sleep coming down from Hardstuck. We're going to see the Watch Out Eep come down. He misses it, but that doesn't matter. Cake pops him with the Tibbers. Is going to get kited out by Kid Icarus. A TP coming in here from Complex. Now that it's up, Hardstuck Brother going to have to run. Flash in from Toxin, hits the Q, and goes down. All 4 members are down for the side of Jolly Rogers. Only Nas living after trying to get that 1v1. And I guess a little too overcommitment there because Nas did not want to burn that TP there. Complex did, so definitely an overstay from the side of Jolly Rogers trying to get something that they couldn't have. It could have been good if Hardstuck Brother maybe hit more people with that sleep, but with enough damage being alive, it makes it very difficult to execute on that play.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was more. It looked to me like a 4-man sleep, but the Baron wall did block some of it. Tibbers was able to pick up some of those kills, avenging Annie. And now we kind of see the problem of how is Jolly Rogers going to be able to deal against this Baron buff, right? They have, some fairly short range wave clear from their main mage and Cake. And Hoodie Man and the rest of this TD team have so much burst that if they're able to set up this lane and just push forward, I think they're going to be able to kind of eviscerate anyone.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough on the side of Jolly Rogers to respond to this Baron. The only real wave clear they have is from Lilia and Nazghost. But Naz is going to be in the side lane trying to respond to something. And never mind, he's here on the flank, and Reven's going to have to run out. But that just gives Complex free time in the side lane with a Baron buff by himself. But on the side of Jolly Rogers, they have 3 rotating over. Lilia's fast enough to get there. If she hits the swirl seed, it's going to be huge. But Cake gets the max range hook, and he's going to get popped. What a hook out of Reven there. And Complex doesn't get caught and actually pushes back forward with no fear. But we see Nazghost behind him. We see the rest of the team for TD coming up. Dolo getting a huge chunk of health taken out of him. He goes down, and Toxin on top of Hardstuck, brother. The Dominus was popped. Everything was popped. And once again, this is the issue with the side of Jolly Rogers comp. They just have hard pick. No wave clear. It's just very hard for them to do anything in the face of Baron, while TD can just go in as much as they want.
And wow, Nas just straight up starts the fight and picks Amumu and says, I want your MR, I'm gonna go for you. Isn't able to win?
He does not get the 1v1 and just gets burst down in the end. This could be the end push here for TD, but they're choosing to back off and take Baron, deny the Mountain Soul away from the side of Jolly Rogers. Definitely an interesting choice. I don't know if they could have ended, so it might be the correct choice, but with the pressure they had, and they still have Curse of the Sad Mummy up, and Dominus is back up, I think they could have pushed for way more there.
Yeah, I think you could have as well. I think there's definitely an end angle there, but gonna play it safer, get this Mountain Dragon, get some MR onto them, hopefully it stops them from getting popped. But Dolo is able to eventually get that kill, and the rest of TD is able to retreat successfully.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of greed out of there from Toxin, a little bit of an overstay, but, Jolly Rogers is going to get some form of a push down here in mid lane. They do only have 2 minions, so it won't be much, but delaying these super minions into their base is huge in their favor, and, the side lanes were already in their favor there when TD went to take the Mountain Dragon. So, some lost gold on the side of TD, but, they picked up enough from that Baron play.
Oh god, Astrid, I really worry about this. Okay, Lux is able to get this binding.
Oh, wait. Hoodie Man hit the ultimate. Is he gonna go in? He goes in, but he's right on top of the trap! Oh my gosh, what a trap out of Astrid there, and the bait from Dolo. Vex landing right on top of the trap when they went for the ultimate. What a great play out of these two to punish Hoodie Man getting greedy with the ultimate.
Yeah, the Lee Sin syndrome was there. Your body's telling you no, but your mind's saying yes. You just gotta go for it sometimes, I guess.
I'm pretty sure there's a famous song after that one, but I'm not here to get BOL copyright tonight, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't with how poorly I sing, but we're not gonna risk it. But yeah, definitely, a great way to ease momentum and try to get themselves back into the game there with that play out of Astrid and Dolo. Basically telling Hoodie Man, I dare you, you won't. And he went for it and just fell for their trap, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, I mean, this game, despite the fact that it's 33 minutes in, it's close. They're on Soul Point. They're only down a couple of 1,000 gold. Like, I think everyone's pretty much equal on items at this point. Yeah, we can see, like, everyone has major completed items. No one is, like, yeah, it's all good that there's no one, like, super far behind, right?
I mean, the only big difference is Astrid is on 3 items, while the Kid Icarus on this Ashe is on 5 completed items. The only thing he can get now is a Zephyr. So there's still a lot of power here for the Caitlyn to build into, and that could be a scary threat going more into the game, because Ashe is a very hard champion just flaming foot down and hard carry the game with just because of how her kit is oriented towards. So it's going to be on Kid Icarus to really show us the carry potential on this Ashe, while Ashford still has time to build up and up.
Yeah, and I would not want to be trying to be an Ashe in this game with all of this hard CC and random picks. I mean, yeah, you can throw it back with your arrow, but if you get hit by this Lux Binding, into the Caitlyn autos and headshots, I'm pretty sure you're going to get popped just as readily.
Yeah, that's like I was saying in this early game and at the start of this, that's the whole point of Caitlyn. You want that one shot to do every champion in the game's health bar in 1 second. Doesn't really kill tanks well. She just does her one thing, and it's a terrifying thing when it happens. And Toxin a little overextended here, but being tanky enough, he gets out. The rest of Jolly Roger's not in a position to respond onto this play.
Yeah, and we see that Amumu, as you had mentioned, is just stacking MR, that they've just looked at the shop and bought every single MR item pretty much after this, that they've got Hollow Radiance, the Abyssal Mask, for some of that extra damage, and they're now building towards, I believe, the shield item, whatever that is called.
Canic Rookern.
The Rookern, yes.
Yeah, 2 words that don't exist in the English language. Canic and Rookern. I don't know how Riot came up with that one. But yeah, like you said, he just pressed the MR tab and said, ooh, let me get that one.
Yeah. Hopefully we're able to grab a little bit of armor soon. Just to deal with some of these Caitlyn headshots or something afterwards, but I guess they have the Amumu, taking off that 5 damage off their E or whatever it is when you get autoed.
This Bloodthirster build out of Kiticus is so huge because we saw Caitlyn use Ace in the Hole, do a quarter of their health, then they autoed 2 minions in mid lane, and we're back to full health. So Caitlyn's poke damage onto Kiticus is non-existent anymore, but Toxin is overextended. He's going to sleep. He's getting stunned by Annie. He's drowsy. He's ulted, and it does not matter. Curse of the Sad Mummy. Why are you crying? You have 5 friends around you, and they are not friendly anymore.
Yeah, and that's a huge pick. Like, Dragon's spawning in 10 seconds, but we see the rest of TD just marching down mid. Is it going to be the infamous Soul for base trade?
I mean, if Jolly Roger played this smart, they just have one person, their jungler, stay and take the dragon, get the soul, and then rotate the Baron. They don't need all 5 chasing here. But welcome to gold, baby. We got all 5 chasing. He's going to be a 5-on-3, but Nazghost is getting beat up right now by Kiticus. But Kiticus gets pulled back, and Nazghost is taking so much damage. Nola gets the kill on Reven, and Kiticus is ulted by Nazghost, and dying slowly. Asher picks up the kill in the end. The only one getting out is Hoodie Man. And guess what? Complex pushing in the bot lane, because why does he care about the rest of his team? He's going to pick himself up a turret, and TD is going to get to live to fight against the Mountain Dragon Soul and try to contest this. Definitely an interesting choice out of Jolly Rogers there.
Yeah. I'm interested as well why TD decided to run in between 2 turrets, but we'll never know. Dragon has been started. Toxin is here. Are they able? And he is in time. This is still really healthy. Is he going to contest, or we see him walking just towards Baron?
He's just going to give there. The rest of his team isn't there. I mean, look, we love gold. We love all these players in gold. But the play should have been, you just have the jungler take the Baron, you take the dragon, then he takes Baron, but Toxin is flashing back in. I speak too soon. And the TP comes out from Complex and all the instant dominance. But Nazghost is on top of everybody. Toxic gets stunned up. The Rylai's slowing down Complex. Ace of the Hole. He gets a shield pop. A double pull back by Nazghost. And it's just going to be a 3-4-0 for the side of Jolly Rogers. They're going to go take the Baron. Never mind, they're going to go take mid lane and then take the Baron. I hope so. We'll find out in a few seconds. Nope, we're pushing mid. All right.
Yeah, they're trying for this. I think they're looking for the end here. I wonder if they can get it, considering both the main wave clear is alive and healthy.
They're gonna go for it here. And look at that. The wave is gone. They're still going. Hoodie Man, Heartstuck flashes forward, gets the cleanse. The cleanse out of Kiticus comes down after all the CC, but wait, he's trading on to Heartstuck brother. Wait, they're just taking free turret shots. Wait, Dolo's dead. Hoodie Man can look to go in and make a crazy play here. but he learned from before. He's not falling for that KO trap. And Chance the Crystal Arrow coming out hitting Nazgos here. Hoodie Man looking to get some big damage onto Nazgos. Nazgos going to get kited out. Ults Kid Icarus pulls him back. There's the Rylai's Kid Icarus. He's going to go down. Nazgos picks up that kill, but dies in trade the Hoodie Man X. Oh my gosh, this game is a 39-minute banger we got going on here, Storm.
I am shocked at these decisions, but they are awesome to watch play out. I'm guessing now that we're going to see a Baron get started.
I mean, you would assume so, but we've been wrong so many times this game. We are sitting at 60 kills in 40 minutes. TD start of the second Baron of this game. Hardstuck Brother down for 3 more seconds, and this is burning fast. Amumu surprisingly takes these objectives so fast with his tears, with Leandries, and this is just going to go down. TD's going to take a second Baron of the game.
Oh my god, that's my... Okay, it's fine.
What? Wait. Wait. Freeman flashed up to a trap! Oh my gosh. Alright. So, let's just reset. Everyone take 5. I know we had like a 30-minute pause, but let's just take 5. Let's take a reset.
Yep.
And then let's see what happens here, because this game, it is literally one team fight decides this game at this point in the game. Even without the Baron buff, Jolly Rogers can win this game, and if, TD just gets, like, anybody, I think if they get Nas and maybe one more person, they could just win the game with the Baron buff. It's definitely tooth and nail right here.
Yeah, and we've seen the Kanik Rookerns are kind of coming out on the side. They're able to help absorb some of this poke from this Lilia and keep themselves safe. I'm a little worried that we are split up, that we're not utilizing our Baron effectively right now, kind of getting this slow push just started now. But we should be able to get it. The red and blue buffs have come out for everybody. Everyone's going to have mana. Everyone's going to have slows. It's just all going to come down to a random pick, I'm pretty sure, in just the next couple of minutes here.
And this is where Gold League fails me as a support player. Lux does not have any more inventory spots for pink wards, but Blitzcrank, Reven on the other hand, does. And Lily is still praying that this Dark Seal can turn into a Magi at some point in this game, but at this point, sell it. Go buy some pink wards, bro. Because Vision wins games at this point. You get one pick, it could win the game for you, team. If you guys get picked because you have a lack of Vision, it is game over. I am not joking. Vision is the most important thing at this point in the game besides damage.
Yeah, and pink wards don't deal damage, as I'm sure I can tell you.
They also don't grant XP anymore, so like your opponent's killing doesn't mean anything anymore. Oh my gosh, if that stun hit, that was huge, but Hoodie Man still takes half of his HP from one unstunned anti-ultimate. That is crazy to see at this point in the game. Cake is putting out major damage to this game, this series so far.
Yeah, it's just huge damage all over around. Caitlyn is just tearing through these minions, but they've finally kind of gotten to these huge breakpoints. We see Mordekaiser going in.
Oh, gets the ult onto Kittikis. Gets an Enchanted Crystal Arrow right back though. He's trying. He's pulling her back. Ash is gonna go down to the size of Nazgos, and now the raid boss is down for the side of Jolly Rogers, and they're still fighting. But Hardstuck Brother gets a 3-man sleep, but a triple kill for Complex. Hardstuck Brother's gonna try to kite this one out as Astrid is 1v1ing Toxin right now. Hardstuck Brother goes down to Hoodie Man. Toxin lives. Complex lives. I spoke too soon. The snipe shot goes through just barely, and Astrid picks up the kill onto Toxin. It is Astrid against the world right now, gonna try to save the game for their team right here. Complex is low. Hoodie Man is also kind of low compared to what this Caitlyn can do. Damage into the one shot. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do we get a second shot? They would have 3-shot these people. Oh my god.
Astrid is here and doing damage. Late game Caitlyn. Who said Caitlyn falls off? No one, because this champion dominates the late game and the damage matrix. And you just saw it there. Complex is on the screen for 1 second. If Astrid didn't get feared there, that's a double kill, and that just turns the complete momentum of the game around.
Yeah, and make sure that the game doesn't, stall out or anything. Elder just spawned.
Yes. Oh gosh, we're gonna be here all night. It's gonna be an hour bang fest because that is just how this game feels. These teams are just trading blows back and forth, and no team has gotten a clean team fight win. Like I said, just one clean team fight win, and you win the game for your team. But no one's getting that. Nazgos is just instant flashing in onto Kitticus, pulls him into the death room, gets enchanted crystal arrow, can't get the passive up just yet. And as I say it, it's up. But Hoodie Man gets the ult tagged onto Nazgos, flies in. But Nazgos is a raid boss at this point, just killing, slowing, and pumping damage out onto everybody. And I say that, and the real raid boss shows up. Astrid picks up a triple kill, and that should be game. Wait.
They don't have a wave.
They don't have a wave because the Complex TP's to mid to fin the wave and is going to go try to solo end the game as Cake recalls.
Yeah.
Cake is probably just going to solo kill Complex here, I would assume. But, you know, in the meantime, Complex runs away. Elder Dragon going to go to the side of Jolly Rogers. And just when we thought this game couldn't get any longer, Baron spawns in 45 seconds.
And
Never mind, Complex is going for the steal.
Hey.
He pops Dominus and stands still, gets rooted up, gets slowed, and the damage is coming out, has to flash it away. Okay, the swirl seed just misses there. Or
Caitlyn is able to
ace in the
land.
hole. Ace in the hole hit him, and I feel like if he wasn't in Dominus, that might have just actually executed him.
Yeah. Still crazy. Still don't know how this is gonna end. We have Baron, as you said, coming up in 15 seconds, and we have Soul and Elder on one side, but they do not have minion waves, as the mid lane has respawned on the side of TD, and Jolly Rogers is looking to try and start this Baron up and just daring TD to come fight them.
Look, I told you we're gonna be here for an hour-long game, and I wasn't lying. We have 14 minutes left, and you know, I mean, you assume Jolly Rogers is gonna win this game. They're gonna have all three buffs on their side, but once, like you said, they have no minion wave. We see TD sprinting down mid lane with that super minion wave, and all five of Jolly Rogers recall. This is gonna be the game-winning team. This is gonna be the deciding team fight right here. We're not going to 60 minutes. We're ending it right here.
Yeah, we're able to see. Hopefully they're able to get out.
And gets the Tibbers on the Complex, going to the GA after popping the Dominus. He's the only one going to go down on the side of his team. But Baron, Elder Dragon, Mountain Soul, this should be the push for Jolly.
Yeah, they're just going to march it down mid, it looks like. They say, we don't need these side lanes. Damn them. And I wonder if we're going to see a TP play maybe out of Hoodie Man. There is this absolutely massive minion wave top lane just slamming into this top tower. Bot tower is almost dead as well, but
Nosghost is hunting for Toxin right now in the top lane, and they're gonna battle it out, I guess, as the rest of his team is just gonna push down mid wave. Look at how low that turret is. No one on the side of TD can step up right now, because if they do, they're just gonna get popped. Toxin is just slowly getting burnt down. Okay, Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out. We see some big damage on the Heartstick Brother. The Zornius comes out, and yeah, no, Elder Dragon says good night to the side of TB. Jolly Rogers and a 48 minute banger of a game takes game one.
yeah, that was absolutely awesome to see. Jolly Rogers able to break it out, take this win, being huge, and we're gonna go see, and let's go take a look at some of these damage numbers. I need to know how much damage Astrid did, how much damage Nosghost did.
Nosghost probably did 100k damage this game.
Yeah.
Alright, let's hit that stats button. Let's see how much damage these characters all did this game. Let's see, we had 41k is Mordekaiser, and almost 47k out of Astrid's Caitlyn. Yeah, a little one-sided in the damage charts here, but that game one was not one-sided at all.
Yeah, it was awesome to see. Just everybody being able to kind of get to their fantasy point of the game where you have 4 items and you're just able to do so much damage to everyone. I mean, everybody had so much gold this game. It was crazy to see.
Yeah, whoever drafted these players and BOL Fantasy Gold draft, they are scoring points tonight. The way these games are going to be going, Any thoughts before we go to a break? Getting ready for game 2 here, Storm.
I mean, I'm just excited to see what's going to happen in game 2. We might have a bit of a delay, but it should be great to see.
All right, and with that, we will see you after another pause, getting ready for game 2. See you on the other side. back, everyone. We are here getting ready to look at Draft 2 for the second game between Jolly Rogers and TD after a banger of a first game. What do you think we're going to be looking at here in Game 2, Storm?
Well, I mean, there was obviously a power pick in that game, and that was Mordekaiser. So I'm wondering if, are the teams going to ban it? Are some of the counters going to be left open that we saw Darius and some of the other kind of classic picks into it get banned? Um, I'm kind of curious to see who's going to come through. Pearl was able to really kind of come back. I wonder if they're going to take something strong earlier. They're going to continue to go to for a late game. I have absolutely no idea where this draft's kind of going to go.
I mean, we also had the very strong pick of the Caitlyn, which is what became very strong in the late game. See if the Caitlyn can be very strong, and we're going to see it picked on the side of TD this game. We got some interesting picks coming out here for both.
Yeah, both sides
For
taking.
mid,
Yeah,
right?
I
Or-
have absolutely no idea if it's set support. Is it Talia support?
And then on the side of TD, is it Zyra jungle with a Maokai support, or is it Maokai jungle with Zyra support? Who knows where Mordekaiser and Malphite are going to end up? These are definitely some interesting.
Yeah, definitely a lot of spice that I'm really curious because there's some stuff that's like really hardcore counters, and that's not even talking that Jolly Rogers picked Evelyn jungle, which is like one of the most hardcore carries almost possible, that she doesn't function without a gold lead, that her whole job is to one-shot you, where she is absolutely worthless.
Yeah, we see Sand Ghost saying, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. It takes the Renekton side of the Renekton Mordekaiser matchup, going to show it how it's done up in that top lane. I think Jolly Rogers' draft is more cut forward. It has to be set support. I don't think it could be anybody else support here. I like choosing with Talia support, but that is not a good pick. It is very cheese worthy.
Yeah, I guess that's going to be it, that it's going to be Caitlyn Maokai versus Set MF in the bot lane. You really got to feel that Caitlyn's got to be really happy with both of those people to just shoot and line up those bullets on all the time. Maokai kind of being able to provide peel, or if it is the Zyra bot lane, that it'll just be even more pressure. I'm a little unsure about Talia mid into Malphite. That sounds like not the greatest time for Malphite mid. That he is just going to probably get shoved under his turret absolutely 24/7. Yeah, and I feel like we should just kind of get into game and see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I 100% agree to you, and I'm curious to see who's going to come out with this game to either be better.
All right, and we are right into this game number 2. So yeah,
Malphite mid.
it is the Malphite mid. Jolly Rogers are on blue this time, as we had alluded to before, and yeah, looks like it is the Maokai jungle and Zyra support, so more push, a little bit less safety, and I'm gonna see, can Ghost on the other side of this matchup show that they are the dominant and they're just better top laner, or is Complex gonna be able to light up the Crocodile?
You see some slight things on champions between games. Kitticus going with the strike on the Caitlyn this game compared to the fleet footwork.
Minions have spawned.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. Just
believe-
trying to...
Complex had Conqueror game 1 on the Renekton, and Nazgûs is going press the attack here. But like you were saying in Champ Select, it's definitely very hard for the side of Jolly Rogers if this comp gets behind, because I don't really think they have a way to deal with 3 tank. Oh, did we lose me a little bit there?
Just a little, but I think you're good.
Alright.
I'm wondering if mid lane Malphite, if they're just gonna go the full AP route, they might. On the side of Hoodie Man.
They would just one-shot all of Jolly Rogers' team comp if they went the full AP Malphite that everyone banes the existence of.
Yep.
Uh,
And
Saw some 100% expecting to see one flash face break in there, just win a 2v2 trade at level 1, but just to hold up.
Yeah. We see Complex hitting 2 first early onto Nazgul or Nazghost and just able to kind of push him in. Bot lane, both are level 2. I'm surprised that we haven't seen more poke out of this Caitlyn Zyra, but they'll eventually hopefully be able to get that down and get this pressure going. We see the junglers on both sides of the game are pathing to different lanes. Evelyn just starting towards her blue side, whereas Maokai is, coming down towards the spot lane, looking to support their Zyra Caitlyn, get those turret plates going early.
A big chunk for Cake onto Hoodie Man there, and could get a solo kill here, but it's not going to happen as we see another fight happen in the top lane. And it just seems like Complex is getting the better of Nazghost in both of these matchups, and Hoodie Man down to 10 HP it looks like they're almost dying to the groundwork put down by Cake, and is going to force an early recall. Malphite is going to suffer in this lane as a melee champion into Talia. She's just going to have a field day trying to poke him out every time he steps into this lane.
Yeah, I'm really curious why we went for Doran's Ring instead of Doran's Shield. I'm not really sure how much we're going to be able to utilize that AP.
He's going full AP. He's got to go Doran's Ring, man.
Okay, fair enough. We see, CS is fairly even across the board, which isn't really what you want to see on the side of TD. You're looking to get those big kind of lane advantages here.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Hoodie Man TP's right back and is already at half health. Cake also TP'd and then just immediately went for the trade. And it looks like we're setting up a early dive here. Hardstuck Brother trying to get the lead, flashes in, hits the first blood with the Chime E, gets out. Very well executed dive as Cake has to flash away from Toxin. Is getting a big trade onto him with some power shots, but he's going to have to take a recall here, or he could get dove himself in this mid lane.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Maokai didn't play a little more aggressively. They burned the flash of Talia and they still have it themselves. That they might have been able to, get a trade kill or something like that. Interesting to see that Maokai picking up the Faded Ashes. I guess they're going to be going early on for that AP build, similar to a Mumu.
Yeah, Maokai's a champ I haven't seen in the jungle in a little bit. I've seen him mostly support. And, it's definitely interesting to see him go Faded Ashes. It's definitely akin to the Mumu you're talking about, and the Hoodie Man just getting chunked out by Cake here. But like you were saying, Toxin and Hoodie Man both have flash. They definitely could have killed Cake if they both went in the turret there. But I guess playing on the side of caution, not going for that. And a similar trend we saw in Game 1, Caitlyn just not getting an early CS lead in their lanes. Astrid up CS and is going to just keep hopefully extending that CS lead as he picks up this wave here.
Yeah, should be able to grab most of this CS here. Again, we're seeing Nazghost play these trades really well, that he's avoiding these isolated Qs, using the empowered W as the shield burst, getting that extra stun duration, playing well.
Yeah, and I mean, with the early trade, he was able to set up the dive for Hardstuck Brother, and he's just going in on this trade again. And he's showing us that apparently the matchup doesn't go Mordekaiser's way every single time. Putting it to him in this early game so far.
Yep. Some big trades happening in the bot lane that they are unfortunately doing it on the set.
Oh, he's just gonna straight up dive. The Dominus goes in, but he's in the death realm. The heal coming back from Mordekaiser actually keeps him alive and doesn't get the solo kill. Nazek's about to get that solo bolo there.
Yeah, and thank God that he didn't. It would have been kind of almost over for Complex. That is such a huge wave.
He's going for it, and he gets it. Does he get out though? Nope. It's an execute. That's actually huge because now Toxic is there to catch the win. But Complex is going to lose so much gold off of this play. What a play by Nazghost there. And we see a big trade coming in on the spot side. Astrid running forward, flash forward. The face breaker into the, I forget the name of the W, but gets the sweet spot right onto the Zyra after the flash, the ignite. That's the power sets, baby.
Yeah. Haymaker coming in there with that beautiful true damage center. We see Malphite now is level 6. Same with Talia's up there as well.
Heartstone Brothers is gonna 1v2 and get out here. Ults back into the turret and flashes away. Definitely an interesting choice here, but Cake getting this wave and DS at this point in the game. That is insane.
Yeah, and that's just these parry procs that they're taking, just constantly getting this damage chipped in over and over and over again. That we really need to see this Malphite just kind of move somewhere else. Just go somewhere, hit that flash R button, get a kill, get yourself into the game that way. Because sitting in your mid lane when you're now building tank into this Talia is not the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, the only way this Malphite mid was gonna work is if you went full AP. I mean, it could have worked this full tank, but just the terrible early trades that he took really cost him the lane. Not willing to just sit under turret, drop some CS, but get the XP and pick up what he could until he's level 6. Look, as a support who got role swapped mid at once upon a time in the comp league, I played Malphite mid, and at level 6, I got a solo kill because of just waves and just waited until I had my opportunity, and it works, but you just gotta be willing to play it correctly.
Yep, and we see the first kind of objective of the game going down, that is the dragon for the side of TD, that they're able to get some early stacking of that objective. It is a Cloud Drake, you know, not the best early dragon.
Going back in here, but taking a big chunk on the back end is gonna get solo killed by Comp. Went in a little too far, took that turret shot and really paid him his dues that time around. But we see that Zyra Reaven is here alone, but never mind. Heartstone Brother says, I found Toxin instead. Hello, and Talia is here. Facebreaker. We see everything coming out bullet time, but Kitticus is going to get the trade kill. And it's looking a little rough here on the side. Oh, never mind. Heartstone Brother using that ultimate to go backwards, get onto Kitticus, is going to live so far because the ultimate doesn't hit, but after it goes down on the back end, flash forward out of Hoodie Man, trying to get onto Hardstuck, the face breaker, the haymaker, every breaker left and right does not matter, does not save Dolan. Hoodie Man picking up a double kill as we get more action in the top lane. Nazgul is going right back onto Complex. We see him slice, we see him dice, we see him hit that W. He's going for it, he's going the stealing, all flash away out of Complex, and I think that's going to be the end of it. Nazgul is not going to go for the rest of that smoke.
Yep, but we see Evelyn just immediately beelining, says, that's a stack, give me those Dark Seal rocks.
And Nas X gets the kill out of there, but Maokai's right here, Toxin getting stunned up, and guess who else here? Cake is back, and it just action after action after action all over this map. Man, take it over, Storm.
I mean, this is just almost the dream start of your Evelyn. You are 3-0-2, you're level 6. The end of, you're going to get these grubs. You have the blue side to clear after this into your reset. There's just so much money available for you, and there is some prime targets for you to just blow up every single time after time. Caitlyn and Zyra have their name written down in your book that you're going to be buying these Magi's from.
Yeah, I mean, last game when Hardstuck built the when he built the Dark Seal on Lilia, I was not a fan of it. But on this game, that Dark Seal is stacking and stacking early, and they also pick up the Void Grubs on the top side, which is going to be really good for Talia in the side lane because Malphite can't answer her, and it's going to be great for Renekton because he's already becoming a menace. And we also see Nazgos went for the Eclipse in this matchup. I guess that's just either the most popular build or just the tech, but I think you can definitely change it up and have a better dueling potential, but Nazgul showing us that it works. And a nice chunk onto Hoodie Man, and, you know, range versus melee, your life is hell. But man,
Yep, just call for your jungler, get those kills. That's how you gotta play it. Speaking jungler, here he is.
Oxygen, oh my gosh, everyone was just there to get onto Cake. Twisted advance into Unstoppable Force. Nazgul's hit with the E, pull it back, saying, get over here, Scorpion stuff. And Cake is going to eat his own words on that one. As Nazgul is trading onto Complex again, gets pulled into the... I mean, Hardstuck Brother is right on top from when he's come out, but Toxin is also here. Throwing up that ultimate, and it looks like Nazgul is going to slice over the wall, get... Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know if Toxin's gonna win this. Oh, it's so close.
Oh, but the flash back in out of Nazghost with the Howard Q gets him the life back, gets him the kill. And that was looking a little risky there, but Hardstuck and Ghost knowing the limits of their champions very well to be able to pull that one off.
Yeah, and I'm really curious to see why this bot lane of Kidicus and Revan haven't been able to just get this push down. You know, Zyra Caitlyn, I can't think of like almost any other two champions I would want for push and lane dominance. It's interesting to see that they haven't been able to, you know, get down and get these plates and really focus.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting because Caitlyn does outrange them. It's a ranged melee. They just have push whenever they want it, no matter what. Like, but it seems that Astrid and Dolo are playing this lane very well and just able to keep Astrid up ahead. Looks like about 10 seconds. Looking very good for the side of the bot lane after Jolly Rogers.
Yeah, that Dolo is able to just kind of keep playing on these sides and able to kind of bait out some of this poke towards him and just regen with sets really high natural base regen, and the passive from him giving him additional regen when he's low, maybe?
Yeah, I guess he could just face tank Desire Plants whenever he wants and be able to take them out with the reset, the autos that he has with the Q reset. And we just see Nazgos going right back in here as the play is trying to be made on the bot side, but bot lane for Jolly just out of that one, not letting it happen, as the rest of their team is rotating to look for a play here. We see Heartstuck Brother in that passive is invisible, but Dolo taking a huge amount of damage. Gets Ignite, the ace in the hole coming out, it's down. Kidicus gets the kill, but it uses Flash and Cleanse in the meantime and is getting chunked down here. Make it rain into the bullet time, just not enough damage at this point. Even to hit the E onto Cake, Cake getting chunked low, and Hoodie Man is here, looking not to use the ultimate, but gets charmed up, and we see the, yeah, Hoodie Man hits the ultimate. Does not matter at this point because Astrid and Hardstuck Brother are healthy enough to pick up that kill in return, but 2 kills for Hoodie Man there is actually really good, and, you know, besides despite Cake having such a strong lane into him, he's 0-3, and Hoodie Man is 3-1, and they're on the same amount of items.
Yeah, that this game is getting really, really close. That, you know, it's 25k. I mean, there is a gold lead for Jolly Rogers, but some of these shutdowns go down.
Hardstuck Brother in a 1v3. The lead's toxic. Yeah, he goes down for it, loses half of Spark Seal stack. But even that's huge because your opponent just can't take Dragon off of that because you trade jungle for jungle. And Nazgos just really winning out in this top lane matchup. We see the Death Realm popped here by Complex. Nazgos dash, dodges the Q. Hasn't popped the Dominus yet. Gets an empowered trade. Pops the Dominus now. Once the Death Realm is gone, is looking to dive under the turret. Flash away from shut down. Very well played out of Complex out of that one. As we see a play happen bot lane. Kidicus is just down after that early play with Burning Flash and Barrier. Really good punish out of Cake and the rest of the team there.
Yeah, they're just kind of unable. Wow, Hardstuck Brother really thinking.
Yeah, Hardstuck. Oh, again. And on that one, thinking he can possibly solo, or even is still under this turret for some reason, gets face kicked. After the Haymaker's going to come out from Dolo, but the skill as Dolo lives out of this one. Not able to do anything in that one. I don't know if even was there.
Yeah, and that's going to be a Dragon going over now. That they're going to deny that kind of soul stacking from TD like they were able to do last.
Double TP at a TD, and we're going to see him go for it. But Hardstuck Brother instantly deletes Toxic. After's in the backline. Raining down hell. This is bullet hell. This is everything that people dream of after this untouched, just popping your ultimate, dealing out.
Yeah, and sitting at 5-1 and yeah, sitting at 5-1 and 2, having this Bloodthirster already done and working towards their next crit item, they are just so far ahead right now that they have this huge CS lead and this massive shutdown, but they're able to keep themselves safe. And as TD, you gotta be looking for this shutdown. That you have Malphite ult and you have this Maokai ult, you just gotta look for them.
You see, I thought this patch was where they nerfed first item, Bloodthirster Misfortune, but apparently I was wrong, because the damage that Astrid is doing this game is insane. And being untouched during that whole this is just really the dream for any Misfortune player, because the only way that your ultimate is gonna be stopped this game is if you get pulled back ultimate by the Malphite or the Maokai, but if they use all that for the rest of your team, you just get to rain down hell onto your enemy laners.
Yeah, and I'm just curious what the kind of breakpoints are going to be now for TD on your side. Like, what is the point where you just start winning these fights, you know? Is it just the second tank items come through and you start being able to survive combos? Because Evelyn has such massive pen built into her that she can one-shot a tank. Sorry, couldn't quite hear you on that one, Chong.
Saying earlier, we just saw her flash in onto Hoodie Man and do like half of his health in a second with that natural pen that Evelyn has. So it's definitely going to be hard for TD to come back into this game, but they're looking for it now, making a play on the bot lane onto Dolo and Astrid. But the Haymaker into Face Breaker combo, Dolo goes down, but huge damage in return as Astrid is trying to make this 1v3 dream happen. Gets rooted up by Reven, and it looks like that's going to be the end of that play. Really well executed by TD, a little close. If Astrid had like maybe one more auto in there, it could have been different, but good way to get to the game.
Yeah, you know, Evelyn is top side, that they are lucky on that side. You see Malphite even roaming down there, trying to find this Evelyn in their jungle. But we still have lots of CS for both of these junglers to pick up. Their top sides are just respawning. Hopefully they'll be able to lead that into a gank or support these top laners who've just been all out brawling all the time and trading at every opportunity. That a fight turning into a 2v1 or a 1v1 is bound to happen at some point.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see where Hardstuck is gonna use Rift Herald and like in the map, because all of these turrets are extremely. Anyone is so just the Hardstuck has the backup of Nazghost here. They get the smite, they steal the red buff, and that is a successful play because now Naz is that in the top side and can use that to punish Complex even more.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, again, Evelyn has it, that that's just more gold going into this snowbally character. And we see that, you know, we're looking for a play with Dolpla, that this is kind of how I was expecting this lane to go, that just, that runs at you, you kite back, and you just press your buttons on him and watch him get absolutely blasted.
Yeah, we just watched him lose. We're thinking of doing anything to that. And yeah, he does have built-in regen into his kit with that True Grit, but it's just not going to be enough at this point in the game, I think. The chunks are huge as Dominus and Death Realm are both popped. We've seen this fight before, but there could be a different story this time as Nas X is kiting out of it. Complex gets his health back as they look for a bot lane play. Astrid with the movement speed is going to get out of it, but it's not going to be the same story for Dolo. Kitticus picks up that kill.
Yeah, and it's a minute before Dragon spawns, so hopefully we're going to have this Maokai ultimate back up for that, and it's round 2. Astrid, with that movement speed, able to get back under the tower and keep themselves safe.
Alright, Unstoppable Forces burnt out here as they're looking to dive Astrid, but Kitticus took 2 turret shots on that play. First turret's going to go down. Rift Herald is dropped up safe for Hardstuck. Push even further with this. He's going for a ride. Where is he going? To that mid lane tier 2, and they don't know. The rest of TD is on their backside here. This could be a risky play because Complex is coming down. Go for it. Hoodie just executed by Hardstuck Brother, but Hardstuck Brother probably going to go down in the back end here. Never mind, flashes away. Toxin is chasing after him. He gets the passive back up, and look at that insane regen out of Evelyn. This unstiff in his head. That is insanely amount of regeneration there as Complex TP back up to the top lane. It looks like the side of TD will have to forfeit this strike.
Yeah, you'd imagine that without having their Malphite, they have none of their key ultimates available. This is just Black Rogers for the taking, and they immediately start as it spawns. Gotta see, what are you able to get crossplay, that this game's kind of getting out of hand. You have turret, you have bounties, and that's always a bad sign.
Yeah, I mean, a lot more one-sided first game as Dolph's looking to make a play happen. Like we said, walks forward, he loses half of his health for just thinking about it. He try to pick up some waves here. Complex pushing in that top side, probably going to be able to claim that turret bounty as Nazgos is not there to defend the wave. Never mind, he's there in time. I thought that turret was a lot lower looking at the map, and he's going to go in for a fight here. Pops the Dominus, got pulled back in, but he's going into the death realm. We see them going at it, both of them with big old AoEs around them. Who's going to come out on top of this one? So far, it's the side of Complex, but Nazgos
Yeah, I mean, it's
still
just
going.
the isolated Qs are landing, but Nazgos is able to keep it out. We see this Mordekaiser went for a second item Thornmail.
Yeah, I
which
think
is-
that second item Thornmail is actually what won him that trade. Never mind, Nazgos going in for round 2. And I don't know how this one plays out for you, buddy, because Complex flashes forward and is on a killing spree now.
Yeah, I mean, for the 1v1, I think this item's great, but that is a lot of AP damage that you need to be worried about over on the other side with this Evelyn, with this Talia, just being able to get this burst down. Speaking of that, here comes Evelyn.
He is.
And there he goes. Nazgos just gets absolutely eviscerated. That Evelyn R with the Lich Bane, with the Storm Surge. He could have had like 40% more health, and I'm pretty sure the same thing would have happened.
Yeah, this Evelyn is just becoming a problem in this game. 1-5 up 50 CS over their jungle counterpart. If they have no way to stop this Evelyn E1 on their team.
Yeah, I would have really also liked to see this Evelyn upgrade their Dark Seal into Mejai's. They've got 10 stacks. It's worth it to do so once you have 5, I believe.
Yeah, I think breakpoint on Dark Seal is 5. You can transform it. But yeah, I mean, just see them walking around. We see an ult play happening here. Hoodie Man tries to recall, but he's gonna ult away. The hard stuck brother's still gonna chase him down, and it's not anything. A really good play out of Hoodie.
Yeah, it's a great play by Hoodie Man. They're able to draw so much pressure, and they're able to, you know, get out alive, and they get a huge turret bounty for their team mid. Now, hopefully they're able to kind of run out and survive, because if they get wiped here, that's just Baron.
Nas goes on the backside, going right onto Toxin. He slices forward, dices after, and he's gonna flash forward, get on Toxin. And he's on the backside of the rest of this team for TD. They are not ready for it, as Kidicus is just gonna solo die to Astrid, as the rest of the team is here. The face breaker onto the haymaker, and you know, face breaker, haymaker, showmaker, Dolo showing up on that play right there to make sure they get the 3rd kill, which turns into a Baron for Jolly Rogers.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing they can do about it. Hoodie Man's gonna do his best to try and beat down this turret bot lane, but as full tank Malphite with all MR, you are not gonna get that turret down there.
Yeah, no, this is just looking like a complete opposite story that we had from game 1. Jolly Rogers just taking the early game comp and just putting the pedal to the metal, not letting anything slip away from them this time. Hardstuck Brother showing us that the Evelyn can be a win con and is showing off on it here.
Blue team's turret has
Yeah,
been
that I
destroyed.
imagine they must have so much money sitting in their back pocket before they go back to base here that they're probably gonna just get another couple camps here.
Yeah, they're staying with 15k, so they're able to get that Void Staff and probably gonna maybe farm up to try to upgrade their Dark Seal at this point. They have recalled, they spent their gold, and we're at a full Void Staff, and we still are on the Dark Seal. No book coming out this game so far.
Oh well, I mean, Void Staff's still a huge damage spike, cutting through some of that MR. Complex still has not built any. This Maokai doesn't really have anything either, but they're going full tank now. I think that's Warmogs that they're
They're
building now.
Mog's second item. I do not like this play. Mog's has been nerfed so many times in the recent patches that it is not as strong as it used to be, especially if you're not just building, stacking hard HP like you used to be with it.
Yep,
And
but
Cake is getting caught out here as Hoodie Man just ults him, and the shutdown goes on to Reven here onto the Zyra. I mean, out of the 3 that were there, that's the best one to get it on.
Yeah,
Extended it by Cake before the dragon started.
Yeah, and I mean, that's all of your major ultimates again burned on getting a pick. I mean, you need the money and to get these picks, but you also really have some targets you need to focus on. Maybe instead of the 0-3 Talia, we focus on the 6-1 MF next time.
Yeah, I mean,
Ugh.
this MF is just getting to live every 80 carry team up. I can't kill them, but if they're never on top of me, I can kill them just like this. Just a full cancel of the bullet time. But never mind, they step a little too far forward here. But, you know, with the set pick, it lets them get everyone away from them. And this could actually end up being as a 2 TPs are used in mid lane, and Complex is there. He ults at Dolo, going for the support kill, and the rest of the team is just on top of him. Toxin goes down on the backside. Complex is getting chunked out, dunked out. And the second game win here for Jolly Raj.
Yeah, that they have the timers, they have this Baron buff, everybody's alive, and I think this should probably just be it right here off this push.
Like you're saying, they got all the ultimates onto Astrid. Bloodthirst and the set pick being able to peel.
Yeah, just kept them alive, and it
That's
was
the
just
game right there.
yeah.
I mean, really well played out of Jolly Rogers this game compared to the messy first game that they had. Just took a lead in the early game and stuck and just drove that win home to get that clean team.
Yeah, I mean, we can just kind of see looking at the chart here that there was just members of Jolly Rogers that were just so far way more useful. That look at the damage numbers, 10,000 more damage on the ADCs, 10,000, 7,000 more damage mid, double the damage in the jungle. That everyone on the side of them was just such a huge advantage that they proved that they are definitely the favorites now. The other undefeated team getting 2-0'd, that's quite the statement to make.
I mean, TD did try to fight back at certain points in that game, but like you said, using all your major ultimates to make one pick on a Talia who's underfed or onto Dolo, it's not going to get you back in the game the way you need it to. You need to be using those ultimates onto the key members, and TD just was not able to execute on that tonight.
Yeah, and thank you all for tuning in and joining us. I'm sorry that there was so many technical difficulties, but we are able to kind of get back, and I hope you guys all have a great evening.